It's already starting to happen. People are checking their credit scores right now and they're seeing major drops. 40, 60, even 100-point drops overnight. And to be honest with you, the craziest part, most of them don't even know why. They didn't miss a payment, they didn't open new accounts, and they didn't do anything wrong, but their score still went down. So if you think this doesn't apply to you, you need to pay attention to all of this, because what's happening right now isn't random. It's one of the biggest shifts we've ever seen in the credit space in American history, and it's already exposing so many people. So let me break it down and tell you exactly what's happening behind the scenes. People are getting confused right now, and I'm seeing comments like, why did my credit score drop 50 points overnight? Nothing changed. What happened? My Credit Karma score says one thing and my lenders say another. And this is where it all starts to click, because most people are looking at the wrong score. They're watching apps like Credit Karma, which of course uses a Vantage score. But lenders, they always use FICO, and those two don't always move the same exact way. So what happens is, you think you're fine, of course, but behind the scenes, the score that actually matters is shifting. And when that shift hits, that's when people get caught off guard. But now let's talk about why this is happening, because this isn't just one thing, it's multiple changes stacking together at the same exact time. And most people don't see it coming. First, let's talk about the major one. Your behavior is being tracked differently now. Before, credit was pretty simple. What's your balance today? Did you pay on time? That's it. But now they're looking at patterns, not just what you did once, but what you keep doing. So if you, as an example, max out your cards every month, then rush to pay them down, then do it again, that pattern is being noticed more than ever. And to the system, that's risky behavior, because people don't pay attention to one of the biggest things about FICO scores/credit scores. It is a risk behavior assessment. How much of a risk are you to lenders that you might possibly default? If you don't know what default means, it means you stop paying. They want to determine that. That's why everything is shifting. Now, the second biggest one, buy now, pay later, is catching up to people. Yeah, you know, the one that people think is free money, but it's not. And understand, this is a big one because people treat it like it doesn't count. It's just $50 or $25. Yeah, but what happens when you have 4, 5, 6 payments at once? Yes, you heard me, up to 6. I've even seen up to 12. That's not small anymore. Now it's a pattern, and lenders are starting to see that, even if it's not fully hitting your score yet. Let me repeat that. Lenders are starting to see that even if it's not hitting your credit score yet, because it's being tracked. And once it gets fully integrated, that's when people are going to feel it. Listen, people have been playing a very, very dangerous game with these buy now, pay laters. And unfortunately, a lot of people are going to get hurt by it. Now, third, the way data is being reported is changing. Medical debt, collections, timing of when things hit your credit report. Yes, you heard me right. The timing of when things hit your credit report. It's not the same as it used to be. Some things are delayed. Some things are removed, but others, they hit different than ever before. And that inconsistency, that's what's confusing people, because it feels random, but it's actually not. So now let's shift and talk about who this is actually affecting most, because not everyone's getting hit at the same exact time. But if you fall into one of these categories, you need to pay attention. The biggest one of all is high utilization users. If you're running your credit cards up, even if you pay them off later, you're at risk, because that spike and drop behavior, that's exactly what's being tracked now. And this is a crazy one too. Multiple payment stackers. If you've got buy now, pay laters, credit cards, small balances everywhere. And what you're doing is you're stacking debt. And that's what lenders are starting to look at, because previously they didn't honestly really care because the system wasn't built that way. This next one is a nasty one. Inconsistent payment habits. And if you're someone who pays on time most of the time, but occasionally slips up, that inconsistency matters more now. Not just one mistake, but the pattern of it. Pay attention to what I've been saying here, the pattern of behavior. So of course, the big question is, what do you actually do about this? Because ignoring it, that's how people get caught slipping. I want to give a special shout out to all my beasters out there that are working hard to fix their credit using DisputeBeast, the most advanced AI credit repair software ever created that comes with a 110% money back guarantee. But specifically to Tanya. Tanya's credit score went up 289 points after just one round with DisputeBeast. And Christian's credit score went up 366 points after just one round with DisputeBeast. And let's not forget about Allison. Allison's credit score went up 204 points after just one round with DisputeBeast. DisputeBeast's link is going to be in the video description and pinned at the top of the comments for anyone that needs to fix their credit. So here's what you need to focus on immediately. Number one, I want you to focus on lower your utilization. Don't wait until the last minute. Keep your balances low consistently. Remember the word here that I just said, consistently. And it's okay to report zero balance because remember, they're paying attention to patterns of behavior. The more consistent you are at carrying zero balance or very low balances, that tells the lenders that you are less of a risk. Number two, stop stacking payments. If you've got multiple buy now, pay later plans, yes, that's a thing as we talked about earlier, you need to slow it down because that pattern is what's actually hurting you the most. And number three, check your real score. Let me repeat that again. Check your real score, not just apps. Check your actual FICO score because that's exactly what lenders are seeing. They're not seeing a free Credit Karma score that's a Vantage score. They're looking at FICO scores. And right now, the biggest shift is going to be FICO 10T scores. It is all behavior-based pattern assessment to see how much of a risk you are. Listen, I've been telling people for years, yes, FICO 10T is a thing, but I didn't honestly believe that it was gonna show up this quick. I thought we had some more time. Apparently I was horribly wrong, and I'm gonna be honest with you. Last part's the most important. Look, I want you to understand, this isn't about fear, it's about awareness. Because what's happening right now, it's separating people. The ones who understand the shift early start winning fast. And the ones who ignore it get caught off guard faster. So if you're serious about your credit, make sure to drop it in the comments, I'm paying attention. And if you want me to break down exactly how to stay ahead of this, you gotta smash that subscribe button because this isn't a one-time change. This is where the game is going forever. Listen, people are gonna come into the comments and gonna say, well, what's the point of having credit cards if I can't use them? What's the point of credit if I can't use it? Listen, credit has never been an extension of your wallet. Credit has never been free money. Credit is a tool to help you achieve things in life. When you need to apply for a job, when you need to get car insurance, when you need to buy a home or rent a home. We want our credit score to be the most optimal place possible to get us the best options possible, whether it be lower interest rates, better car insurance rates, or a better place to live. Listen, I want to be very clear to everyone out there. You don't have to be wealthy to have a good credit score. You don't have to have massive debt to have a good credit score. As a matter of fact, you don't even need to have credit cards to have a good credit score. All you have to do is manage your credit properly and don't carry massive debt. Now, if you buy a car, that makes sense. That's a long-term loan. Or you buy a home, that's a long-term loan. But carrying short-term debt is going to be the most crippling thing for people moving forward because of FICO 10T. So if you have any collections, charge-offs, or negative items that you need to delete from your credit reports, make sure to watch this video right here because it's gonna show you how AI will do all the work for you, mail your letters, and it comes with a 110% money back guarantee. And if you felt that I brought you some value in this video, make sure that you don't forget and subscribe to increase your credit score.